Hi and welcome to the Science Fantasy Experience. Terminator 2, or T2 Judgment Day, if you will, is one of my favourite films. I love the first Terminator. Very much a horror noir sci-fi movie, and then followed up by a science fiction Hollywood blockbuster. And when Terminator 2 was released, Kenner had a toy line to go with it. And without sounding like a scratch record, I was kind of too old for toys by then, so I didn't get any of the toys. But I looked at them in the Argos and the Index Littlewoods catalogue, and I thought they looked pretty cool for sure. You know, it's a 15 rated movie and it gets toys. Just that was the thing in the early 90s. And I kind of, I felt like I'd missed out. Definitely had these thoughts as an adult collector. But I didn't want to get the original toys because I have no connection to them. But I'm all about picking up modern day interpretations of those toys for sure, and especially to movies that I love. So I have picked up the Power Arm Terminator T-800 from a few years ago. Gutted I didn't get this when it came out, because I watched reviews and I was just like, damn, really should have got it. But patiently waited and I got lucky on eBay, and I got it for a ridiculously cheap price because the box is slightly damaged. You know that it's curling up, there is a rip on the back, it's scuffed. But with any new modern toy, I'm pretty much gonna get it out of the box anyway. But NECA have beautifully homaged the Kenner packaging from the original artwork, the logo, and to the NECA logo done in the Kenner style, and then obviously with the burst explosion on the back. You can see it comes with his power arm, the claw, the missile spike, an extra arm with a watch, which I find absolutely hilarious. Why does a Terminator need a watch? Surely he has like an internal chronometer or something. That is pure genius, but I really am not overly fussed by an extra arm. It's more the power claw because it looks just as the toy did. It's beautifully stunning box. It is going to be a shame to open it, but I will do. But having a look at the back, you can see that it also comes with his phased plasma rifle in a 40-watt range, and then you can see some other toys in the line. You've got the glowing white T-1000, some endoskeletons, and more of the deluxe range, which are super screen accurate. And then you've got the new coming soon, which took ages to be released actually, of John Connor and his dirt bike. Iconic scene for sure, being chased down the storm drains. And every once in a while NECA do a bigger set. At some point I'd like to get that John Connor for sure, because I have a T-800 movie accurate looking one. But yeah, it's just, I like reacquainting and finding out bits about toys that I missed out on for sure. I did the same a few years ago, picking up Sergeant Apone from Aliens, so I'm all in for stuff like this for sure. But let's free him from his plastic prison. So, off the card back and into my hand after 2 years of waiting, and I've got to tell you, the wait has been absolutely worth it. When I opened it, I was absolutely taken aback and overrun with emotion. I couldn't believe it. It was really unexpected. You know, in some ways I can't call it nostalgia, but there was something going on. You know, I can't call it nostalgia because I have no connection or any experience of the original Kenner toys, but something happened and I'm all the better for it. It's an incredible toy. I fell in love with it straight away. We've got to look at the head and the face sculpt first. I know it's all about his pink t-shirt and his power arm, but the head is absolutely spot on. That is Arnold to a T. That is the battle damage T-800 exactly. From the shape of his face, the stoic look, the battle damage, the blood is all gloopy. The paint that they've used is just, it looks, in some ways it looks realistic. You know, it's obviously nowhere near realistic based on a toy, but it's ridiculously good. And they've even gone as far as putting the damage to the back of his head when they remove his processor. Taking a look at a few of the other bits and pieces on his back, look at all those bullet holes. Just this incredible attention to detail, and it really makes it a proper modern interpretation. Definition on Arnie's muscles across the bicep and his forearm, all the creases and folds in his t-shirt. There is little sweat marks on the t-shirt. It's a bit more of a muted pink compared to the original toy. The toy was much darker. I often wonder why they chose a pink t-shirt. I guess it might be to make it more toy-centric, being that, you know, it was a toy line based on a somewhat adult themed movie franchise. But onto his signature piece, it's all about that power arm. It's so incredibly futuristic and still retains kind of a toy element to it. It looks grimy, dirty, oiled up, pistons, gadgets, dirt. The claw has got the ability to spin. There's actually a range of motion all the way around, but also side to side, so you have got the ability to pose. It's a standard NECA affair when it comes to articulation, head, waist, knees, ankles, wrists. I'm not telling you something, you know, that you don't already know. The phased plasma rifle in a 40-watt range, you know, the signature endoskeleton weapon. Also beautifully done. Again, just looks like a toy, but with, in some ways, real world aesthetics. It's that beautiful blend of half real, half toy. They've given the leather a bit of a dry brush all over just to give it that fabric feel. Feels pretty heavy too for an action figure. And then obviously you can pop off the claw arm and have the missile spike. I'm not overly fussed with the missile spike. It's an extra bonus to have for sure, but it's not anything that, again, I'm not familiar with. I'm more about this crazy, over-exaggerated toy arm, and then we have his other arm, which you can pop off and put on. Again, I'm not overly fussed about an extra arm. It's good that you get these extra accessories with NECA figures for sure. And there's that watch. You know, it's not even a digital watch. What was the point? But anyways, he's awesome. I'm really so pleased. And he looks incredibly stunning with his arch nemesis, the white hot Terminator. That is an absolute money shot. They look so good together. NECA have done a fantastic job of giving me realistic looking, toy inspired, with gimmicks, action figures that are from a beloved film franchise for me. I think these are some of the best NECA figures that they've done, and that comes from a packaging point, the build, the play value, and the overall aesthetics. I could not be happier with these. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Now I'm in two minds whether or not to get the endoskeleton. No, they do one that glows in the dark, and they do one that looks like the Future War toy. Usually I just go for, two companion pieces. Maybe I'll break my own rules and go 3. Who knows? The future's not set. I've been Rudy Sassoon, and I'll be back.